Hey folks, Dr. Groovy Scott Grove from GroovyMusicLessons.com with Learn This Solo number 3. Okay, lots of parts in here that I spliced together in order to come up with a actual cohesive solo. Just to tell you where some of the parts came from, about 50% of my playing actually comes from a guy named Steve Trovato. If you guys get to check out some of his old stuff, I actually started learning country at the beginning of my whole thing, so way back in the late 70s. But yeah, I had a whole cassette collection of his stuff and learned a lot. Learned? Okay. Just so much from listening to those tapes. You'll hear from I Know a Little from Leonard Skinner, in here a little piece of it, and so forth, and some other tidbits. So it's groovy stuff. Learn what you want from it and discard the rest. Hopefully you'll want to learn all of it because it's cool. Why? Because I did it. Actually, here it is in its entirety. It sounds like this. Okay, so hope you dug that. If so, stick around. Fast forward to the part that you like, that you want to learn. Or just put a thumbs down and don't learn any of it if you hated it. Whatever gets you off. Okay, so join me and we'll get at it. Okay, folks, glad you stuck around. Yeah, I decided to get out my most country guitar for this. Yeah, it's it's one I actually had made. For those of you who do not know, it actually has 5 pickups in it. No coil splitting, none of that stuff. It's actually just 5 pickups. So you have a lace sensor, silver, another silver lace sensor, and another silver lace sensor. Then you have a Seymour Duncan Cool Rails humbucker and a Seymour Duncan Hot Rails humbucker. Every single one of them turned on or off via one of these 5 switches. 1, 2, 3 switches for the single coils and 2 switches for the humbuckers. Okay, has a really cool output jack thing I did there on the back. So yeah, awesome. It's called the Groovy 32. Why? Because all those switches give you 32 combinations of the pickups. Very, very groovy. Okay, so yeah, shaped after the infamous Ibanez Destroyer. They actually had a paint job very much like this one on these back in the 80s. You could get them in tiger stripes and Pink Panther, Pepto-Bismol pink, I believe. Kind of a Paul Gilbert thing. Anyway, thought it was great. Had to do it up as a country guitar. And there it resides. Okay, the licks on the first part of this that you heard were the ones I were talking about from Steve Trovato. Very cool lick. And that was the... Okay. Number 1, if you hear this... Yes, my drum stool needs a good lube job. Okay. So, again, if you hear that, it's not me. I'm using my fingers. You'll be able to see that. For those of you who use a pick, all this stuff is very easily gettable by doing a pick. Again, look here. If you're a hybrid picker with a thumb pick and others, you'll get it. If you're actually learning this solo, you're good enough to actually figure this out without me having to tell you what to do with your right hand. Okay? So that first lick, we're doing bending up the B string to be in unison with the high E string. The way I actually played it was, okay, so we're going from the 5th fret on the high E to the 8th fret on the B, and hit the B string, bend it up so it goes all the way up to the A note. Okay, so you hit the B string, bend it up, now twice on the high E, okay, in the B string, release it. Okay, next one is the same thing, but that. Okay, so we're going to the E note, so the 5th fret of the B string. If you see me shaking, yeah, I've got a condition that causes shakes, so nothing new there, just another disease. So you got the 5th fret on the B string, and we're going to be doing the G string 7th fret and playing the same thing. Okay, so now we're going to 2 and 4 and doing the same thing on the B and G string. Okay, that one is picked a little different. Do that, do that, do. And then we finally go on the D string, slide it up to the 5th fret. Gives you that 7th. The way I originally learned this was just so you'll know, but it just happens to be what I played on here, so I'm teaching you what I played, which was, again, now I'm sliding from 3rd fret up to the 5th. Okay, after that part, I do just a typical, okay, which is skipping the B string. We're going on the G and high E string at 9 and 9, doing a slide up to it, and then hit the high E string. G string, down 1 fret, down 1 more fret. We're going from the 4th fret of the G up to the 6th, hitting the 5th fret on the high E. You notice I have little ghost notes in there. If you want to do them, otherwise you could play them full like that. Or either way. Okay? So we have now the part from I Know a Little by Leonard Skinner, which is, okay, probably the coolest part of the whole solo, which is actually what I built the solo around. I just love that part. I was playing the song a couple days ago, and it's like, I'm not going to teach that solo, but I'll rip off that part and stick it in my own solo and teach that. Okay, so this is very groovy. It's a chromatic run, meaning we just actually get to go up each fret by doing this. Have a 5th fret on the B string, and then our pinky is what I'm using. I'm using our pinky on there, not just mine. On the 8th fret on the high E. Okay, so B, E string, and we're pulling off to the 5th fret on the E string. We've got them barred across at the 5th fret. Okay, so we're going there and going up. So take it all the way up till your first finger, or actually is on the 8th fret. So we're going 5th fret, 6th fret, 7th fret, 8th fret. Now we're going to have to, the way I did it, it's not this way on the record because there's no band behind them. It's all just part of a solo where nobody is playing. It's the intro. Okay, so he didn't have to worry about such a thing. But with music actually behind it, it needed modified by one note. Okay, so we're going to 10 and 12. Okay. And that's just a typical blues thing. High E string, 10th fret, bend it up. 8th fret, bend it up. Now the 10th fret on the B. So we're back to A now. Okay. One more time, just because I want to make sure I get this right for you. Okay, I just do it the one place, the 8th fret on the high E. I don't do the 10th fret. You can if you want. Okay. So I just the 8th fret. Now for the next part of that, we're getting ready to go to the D chord. Real quick, while I've got the guitar here, here's the whole thing you played just now, all during A. I almost got it. Okay, so we're over top of the D. Now we're doing the 10th fret bend. That's where this comes in at. So after we did, you'll notice I actually went from the 9th fret to the 10th fret on the B string when I went. It's a neat sound if you want to do it. Okay. Okay. The part after this is okay. That's going up to the 12th fret on the high E. Whole step bend. Back to the 12th fret. 11, 10. Okay, going down to the 7th fret. Now to the 10th fret on the B. Okay, so that 7th fret has that bend. Okay, so big bend there on that 12th fret. I actually played the solo at the beginning with every fret, so you can decide whether you want to do that or not. So, and then another quick note there on the 7th fret. Okay, so that's where that one is. Then another quick little lick that goes. Okay, that one is with your ring finger at the 10th fret on the B string. Pull off to the 6th. Now 9th fret. So that's actually 10 and 8, not 10 and 6. 10 and 8. Now 9 on the G. Back to 8 on the B. Okay, that's going 9, 7, 5. All with a slide down. This is all on G string. So slide down from 9 to 7, then a pull off to 5. So, and then a long slide all the way up to the 10th fret on the B string. So we have. Slowly. that's how that part goes. After that, we're going to the E chord. Okay? So it goes after that note there. Now we're just going back one note. Okay, so we're going back to the 9th fret. On the B string, we're going to go 9, 10, 11, 12. Then 11th fret. Okay. That's exactly what we're going to do. Okay. Let me see exactly how I played it in context. I don't want to teach it to you wrong. Okay. Yes. Okay. That's the phrasing. So everything was correct. 9, 10, 11, 12. Now 11 on the G. And back to the 9 on the G. And now kind of the same thing for the next part that goes over the D is... Okay, we're going to the B string up to the 10th fret. You can see which fingers I'm using. Again, you're at such a skill level to do this that I don't need to spell too much of this out for you. Okay, up to the 10th fret. Now we're going to 9 on the high E and going all the way up to 12. Okay, so again, I'm using middle finger, 10th fret on the B string. Now high E, 9, 10, 11, 12. So that's the pre-bend on 12th fret on the B. Okay. And now what I did to end all this up is now where the A is coming back. Okay. It's okay. After we actually hammer onto the B at the 12th fret. High E at the 12th fret. Okay, so each time we do a hammer on to the 12th fret on the B, high E string, hammer on again, release that bend, pull off. The only note I'm hitting is the high E string when I'm picking. And then when the chords underneath finally go up to the E, I actually so we go as a double stop, meaning both strings, so the high E and the B string with the 12th fret bent up, and then we're hearing both of them. That lands right on when this, as soon as it hits E, is here. Okay, so that's what makes it cool. Okay, so that's how many times it goes through, like 4 times on the... I guess it's 3, and then we do the other thing on the 4th time. Okay, so that's the whole solo. Okay, so let's see if I can actually nail this one anywhere close to it again. basically it. I forgot the... Okay, so everything in its entirety is this. Then, yeah. And that's the whole deal. Okay. A little bit faster would be. And that's about it. Okay, so anyway, there's that. I'll go ahead and put this backing track off of this Fender G-Deck amplifier and let you play along with what was going on. Okay, and it goes like this. You guys jam right on along to it and have fun. Okay, so hope you're able to get that up to speed. If not now, later, fine and dandy. And again, if you dug any of the licks by themselves, there you go, you got them. I love the intro one. And again, I learned it the way I showed you, with everything doing like the third one did. It's just such a cool lick, especially for the intro of this. And also, there goes my squeaky wheel. If you're doing the whole pick thing, no biggie. There's a guitar pick, so easy enough to play with a pick. Not that the licks are easy enough, but they are. Just like anything else, you practice it, you got it. So that is that. You guys stay groovy. I'll stay groovy. This guitar will stay groovy. That's a 24 karat gold leaf, actually, on the top. That's extremely cool. Guitar was made by, not that you care, but Anderson. guy by the name of David Anderson. Built a few for me. Another one is a purple, kind of a Dean Cadillac looking thing. Very awesome axe. I don't use it to teach with because it just has ebony fingerboard with the name Groovy inlaid all the way down it, so you guys can't see any dots because there aren't any fret markers on it. So my coolest guitars don't have any markers on them, so we don't get to see them very often. Okay, so you guys bone up on that stuff and enjoy yourself. Stay groovy. I already am. Later.
Groovy.